Hi y'all, this is Larry at Deep South, Texas. It's April 22nd and it's time to look at the garden. It's really growing fast. The sweet potato slips that I planted last week are all doing great. I thought I would be giving them extra water, but I really haven't. They just get water with the rest of the garden and they're looking good. I'm still waiting on a few more slips to get big enough to plant, but it won't be too long. And I have lots of tomatoes coming on. Lots of them. None of them are red yet, but it won't be long. So I have a bit of a problem here at Deep South, Texas with tomatoes. And that is, once they get ripe, the birds start pecking them. I think they're grackles that are doing it. But it's really disheartening when you've been watching this beautiful tomato grow and all of a sudden the next morning you come out and there's a big peck hole in the side of it. So I put together this sort of netting to try to keep the birds out of at least this raised bed of tomatoes. It's easy to get into if I want to work or pick tomatoes. I just lift the net up and then I have access to the plants. And these tomatoes are looking good. So they're about, some of them are baseball size now and others are catching up. But these two down here, they're probably going to be the first ones to ripen up. And I certainly want to keep them protected. And the Indigo Tomatoes, they're doing great as well. Lots and lots of tomatoes. I think the bottoms of these are green right now, and when they turn red, I think they'll be ripe. But there's bunches of them. The onions are looking good. Some of the onions, the tops are starting to bend over, so it means they're getting close to being ready. Looking forward to that. So we've picked green beans once already, had a meal, and it's time to get back out here and pick again. In fact, it's a little bit late, but they're doing good. I think we've had some hot, dry winds here at Deep South, Texas, and it's not helping the plants out any, but I'm pretty happy so far. Lots and lots of green beans coming on this year. Now, if we go down the green beans, we'll take a look at the Marconi Peppers. So they're doing pretty good as well. Pretty good as well. And a couple of California Wonder Peppers here. And some more on the other side. So the peppers, they're performing this year for a change. And a bunch more California Wonders coming on over here. Pretty happy. And the jalapenos, they're doing well too. So this plant's got a half a dozen of them coming on. And here are some peppers I've never grown before. These are Paprika Peppers. And I think they're looking wonderful as well. And lots of nice big Jim peppers coming on as well. And we even have a couple cucumbers coming on. The plant's doing great. The cucumbers are coming on kind of slow. Now this is just one plant I started pretty early on, and it's taking over most of this trellis. We have a bunch of others that we purchased and stuck in here because my wife didn't think one was going to be enough. And they're coming along as well. I've harvested about 18 pounds of carrots, and I left the little ones in here, and they are continuing to grow and looking good. My guess is we'll get another 5 pounds of carrots out of this bed. The potatoes, these are red Norlands. They're dying back, and we should be able to harvest these soon. We've already dug 4 real nice potatoes out of here, and looking forward to harvesting this bed. The cantaloupes are beginning to take off. They're putting out flowers. The sugar baby watermelons kind of look a little stunted, but still looking for them. These are some of my last year's leeks that I just left into this year, and they're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty good. In fact, one of them is going to seed, and actually I'm quite happy about that because I want to collect some of my my own leek seeds and see how they do. And my cilantro is going to seed as well. Same thing. I'll collect some of those seeds and plant them. Parsley is still looking good. Some of the roses we sort of severely cut back are blooming. And our banana trees are surviving. We'll see how bananas go. At least one disappointment here in the garden this year. I planted G90 corn probably about a month ago, and the germination rate was horrible. Now, I'm not blaming the corn. It was pretty old seed, but we had this whole bed planted, and this is all that came up, and sort of moved it into 2 rows to keep it in a block. But we'll get some corn out of it, but it didn't come up the way I wanted. So I have since replanted some more corn, and they're all coming up now. So these are candy corn. I've grown this kind once before. I really liked it, so I think there's still time. Another watermelon that's doing a little bit better than the sugar babies. I'm not sure what variety this is. These were seeds sent from a friend, but they're doing good. And the new kind of squash I'm planting for the first time this year, and it's just taking over. I guess that's just the nature of squash. They just want to grow and grow and grow. Oh well, you can have that whole fence. And then I planted 3 Cherokee tan pumpkin seeds in this bed. Quite a bit less than the last couple of years because they really grow and grow and grow as well. And I don't think we've eaten all of the Cherokee tan pumpkins we harvested last year. Still want to grow a few, but not quite as many. And this bed is planted with okra, and it's all come up for the most part. These are Clemson spineless. We've grown these a couple of years ago and really enjoyed them, so we're going to grow them again this year. The butternut squash plant is doing well. I haven't seen any butternut squashes on there yet, but any time now. And then this straight yellow squash is growing here, summer squash. Again, haven't seen any here. I guess I have seen one. We have one of these plants in the other half of the garden. Let's go take a look at that. So that will probably be our first squash for this season. Looking pretty tasty. The eggplant's looking pretty good. Lots of flowers. Looks like maybe one eggplant started there. And the cherry tomatoes are doing good as well. Lots of cherry tomatoes this year. And the zucchini plants, they're doing great, though we haven't harvested any zucchini yet. Shouldn't be too long though. My first year growing fennel, it seems to be doing well. Although after reading up on it, I probably should have planted it in a sunnier spot, but I don't know. It looks good right now. And the dill is looking really pretty. The dill over in the main garden is pretty much going to seed. Let's take a look at that. So here is our pretty mature dill. It's forming seed heads. Some of the seed heads are starting to turn brown. We'll be collecting that seed. I've been watching it for swallowtail butterfly caterpillars, but I haven't seen any yet, so that's good. No ginger or turmeric yet, but it shouldn't be long. Most of the moringa trees survived, but there's only one doing real well. So I think I'll probably have to plant some moringa seeds here in the next week or two. So the garden this year is doing better than I expected, given the polar vortex that we went through a couple months ago. But right now, I couldn't be happier with how it's going. And we will be harvesting bunches and bunches of vegetables soon. We've already harvested carrots and cabbages and green beans, which will continue, sugar snap peas, but we have more coming on. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it that thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.